Once upon a time, I existed. So, what is Halloween? You really believe that it's all about candy? No. Halloween is about being who you really are. To show someone, to show yourself, to show everyone who is ever there who you really are. But what about Mini Moon? Mini Moon's coming soon. There. It's okay, FoBoT. Mini Moon will be here soon. Mini Moon is always here. As long as we don't fear. For one night. No, one night is not enough. Not anymore. Tonight is every night. Now it is time for you to show who you really are. Every night, every day, embrace you. Mini Moon. Before it's too late. It's okay. Mini Moon will be here soon. Time is relative after all. But what about Mini Moon? I'm waiting for Mini Moon. Where is Mini Moon? Hush now. Hush. Mini Moon. There's a consequence to hiding yourself. A consequence of your own demise. A consequence of your own fate. You see, if you do not embrace yourself now, you never will. You will die on the inside. You will be hollow. You will become an apathy. That is not living. Where is Mini Moon? I'm waiting for Mini Moon. What about Mini Moon? But what about Mini Moon? Mini Moon. I'm waiting for Mini Moon. Where is Mini Moon? But what about Mini Moon? I'm waiting for Mini Moon. I want to see Mini Moon. Mini Moon. Awesome. Mini Moon. Shine. Mini Moon is coming soon. So shiny. Minnie Moon. It's that time of the month again, where people bleed. They condemned me to darkness, and so I became darkness. They left me when I needed their voice the most. But no, they did not want to be a beacon of hope. They wanted to extinguish me, to extinguish my light, to extinguish my life. And yet, I'm alive. It doesn't take that much effort at all for one simple phone call. But no, they preferred if I were to die. So they left me alone that night. And I cried. And I cried. And now it's reverse's time. Now it's time for their tears. Now it's time for the light to extinguish them with their fears. They had an opportunity. They had a choice. They had a decision. To be the voice. To be the light. But they chose otherwise.
They condemned themselves to the path of the enemy. They were so naive.
You know, when Minnie Moon comes here, guess what? Guess what I'm gonna dance. Okay, because Minnie Moon came all this way to dance around Earth, and so I want to dance too, because I don't want Minnie Moon to be alone.
That sounds like an amazing idea. FoBoT. We should all dance and embrace the dancing of the night. We must embrace those who are around us while we can, before it's too late.
Be the light of hope in the darkness. Or lest you fall into despair. You know, you should really be the light of hope in the darkness, lest you fall into despair.
Did you really think that it was a phase? No. It's not a phase. It's a result. Happy Halloween to one, to all. Halloween is not just one night. It's all the time. Every day. Every night. Test. Good job. Wow. They tell the children to be afraid, to hide from the dark, but they don't understand. I guess they don't want the children to understand that it's the darkness that hides them. You see, children, kids, listen. The darkness is your friend. When you're running from your abusive parents, when you're running from abusers, the darkness can hide you. You can actually survive, so you can grow big and strong to actually thrive. And then actually educate the next generation. When the children say they had a nightmare, what do the adults do? They condemn the children. They condemn you. They never teach you how to actually control your dreams, control the darkness, the void of inspiration, the void of creativity. No, they don't tell you about that. Now why? Why? Because they want you controlled. They want you fearful. They want you, as an adult, to be a defect. And that's not you. No. You have so much creativity. You are actually intelligent. And I don't want your creativity or your intelligence to go to waste. And so now is the time to embrace yourself. Do not ever let anybody else tell you to not be you. You got this. You know what you're doing. It's time you get the confidence to do it. Now. Because they created you one way or another. And there's consequence to their neglect. There's a consequence to their silence. Tonight is the 13th. You see, Halloween was once upon a time on the day 31. But now Halloween is every month on the 13th. Why? Well, because I can. They tried to silence our kind. They tried to banish us to one night. And now it's time to thrive. You think these normies can embrace their darker side just on one night? No. Well, now I embrace the darkness every month, on every night, and I give to you a celebration too. Now, Halloween will not only be on the 31st, but also the 13th. Every month. It's just that time of the month again. You know, once upon a time, there was this religion, and there were children in a family, and they had the fear because they never actually took the time to embrace the darkness, to learn to not be afraid. And so, these religious morons produced fear in their control mechanisms in their children. And so, because the children had the fear implemented by the fearful adults, well, what happened? The children had the nightmares. The children had the fear, the hypocriticalness, the irrational. They had the delusion. They thought of
Minnie Moon. Minnie Moon. I'm waiting for Minnie Moon. Where's Minnie Moon?
Of omens, of badness, they thought. The number 13 was evil. And so these pathetic little children would complain. They thought evil existed only on the days of 13. And so the religious leader of a parent figure decided to soothe their fearful little children that they infected with their belief systems by giving them gifts. By giving gifts to the children on the 13th day. This was known as Kids' Day. Oh, because the parent inflicted the religion onto the child, and the child had a fear. And so those children grew up, having presents every month on the 13th, and they produced a child of their own. And that child was me. And now I didn't get gifts on every day of the 13th. No. When I told my abusive mother, please stop yelling at me, she said, oh, woe is me.
Minnie Moon.
My mother named me Woe. And so woe is me. And now, I give to you a celebration on the 13th. This is the result of your ignorance of your religion. You get rebellion of your control. You get children raised in darkness, climbing from the abuse, becoming the beacon of lights that your religion once masqueraded as. And so now us rebels, us heathens, have to do the job of your failed leaders. And we're actually good at it.
Awesome.
What about Minnie Moon? Where's Minnie Moon? I'm waiting for Minnie Moon. Where's Minnie Moon? Where's Minnie Moon?
Lights. Darkness.
Why isn't Minnie Moon here? Any last words, FoBoT? You surely be the light of hope in the darkness, lest you fall into despair. There's consequences for that.
Good job.
Nicely said, FoBoT. There are indeed consequences.
Good job.
Don't say a word. Silence. Now. All right. Hi. You are here. Welcome. Welcome one and all to your trick-or-treat reading. Are you ready to be tricked or to be treated? Here we have 3 decks. 3 decks, and I will introduce this deck to you. This is my own creation, my psychic test cards. And so what these are is you pick a shape, you pick a color, and these are available for sale. And so I'm gonna do a little thing right here. And so this is what the deck looks like. Alright. We got all these fancy shapes and colors, and what you're gonna do is I'm just gonna draw 2 of those. And then you're gonna guess what they are. But that is on the end of the reading. Okay? So we got that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's circles. Okay. Alright, are you ready for your trick-or-treat reading? Tonight we have a special, very special thing right here. It is called my psychic test cards. And what this is going to do for you is at the end of the reading, you get to guess a shape, you get to guess a color. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Here's the deck right here. Here's the deck right here. And so, I'm gonna draw 2 of these, and just for funsies, okay? You get a guess at the end. It's a little treat for you. Alright? And so, this is how this is gonna be structured. I got the Fey Tarot. I've got the Gilded Tarot Royale decky. And so, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna use these decks. And this one too. Available for purchase. You can find the link on my website. You guess the shape, you guess the color, and it's amazing. There's words and stuff that you could read too. There's my website right there. You see it now? Okay, there we go. Psychic test cards. So what we're gonna do? This is an example, okay? So, I got an example right here. I'm gonna shuffle the decks, and then I'm gonna draw 3 cards right here of the Gilded Royale. And then I'll draw 3 cards over here of the Gilded Royale. And then I'll draw 3 of the Tarot of the Fey Oracle. Okay, treating them as oracles. The Fey Oracles. And so it's gonna be structured like this. Alright, you got 2 piles to choose from. Well, you don't get a choice, actually. You just set this reading. Today's today. And so, then, I draw these. Okay? And then, you get to guess them at the end. Okay? I'll flip these over. This is just an example. Okay. So, one pile will have one situation. And I'll go card by card and explain this situation. And then, I'll go over to this pile. And all these cards, I will explain their situation. And so you don't know which is which. You don't know what is what. Okay? Just as an example, I'm gonna flip these cards over. So, you know, you get, this isn't your reading. But just like, for example, you know, you got these. Okay? This is one situation. Okay? This card remains silent and mysterious until the end. Okay, so this is one situation. I'm going to talk about that, and then here's another situation that I'm going to reveal as an example. And we're going to talk about this. Okay, so we get the tarot and the Fey Oracle, and so you know, one situation, another situation, mystery cards at the end, and so the thing is, this is a trick-or-treat reading, right? You don't know which one is the trick or the treat. Maybe, in your situation, both piles are a treat for you. But do you know that? Maybe not. Maybe both piles is a trick for you. Do you know that? Maybe you don't know. So this is set up as 2 situations, right? Okay? 2 situations. And you don't know if they're both positive or both negative, or if one's positive or if one's negative. The trick-or-treat reading is all about what's a trick and what is a treat. And so, once you get this knowledge, you're gonna go out to your life and you're gonna have, like, a situation happen to you, and you're like, oh, maybe this is a treat, but it's really a trick. And then maybe this is a trick, but it's really a treat. It's a funsy thing every month on the 13th for Halloween. And so at the very end, I tell this situation. And for some people, some people, one person's trick is another person's treat, right? And another person's treat is another person's trick. So it's always going to be different. And these are your ending bonus mystery cards. And so, maybe you'll guess a color, maybe you'll guess a shape. At the very end, I'm gonna show you these. And then maybe if you guess these right, maybe if you guess this one right, this will be a trick, a trick, or a treat, or a treat, or a trick. You don't know. I don't know. But here we go. So at the very end, I will reveal these cards, and maybe you chose that card, and maybe that means something to you. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. This is the trick-or-treat reading. This is set up for one pile to be a trick or a treat, and the other pile to be a trick or a treat. And so, it doesn't mean like this is a lie to you. What this means is it's a situation that's going to trick you, or it's a situation that's going to treat you. And the same with this one. This is a situation that you're going to find in your life that's going to either be a treat or a trick. Okay? It's not like a lie or a truth. It's like, this is a situation. Do you see it clearly? Do you see it unclearly? I'm going to reveal, like, if this is a trick, what this means. If this is a treat, what this means. And this one, if this is a treat, what this means. If this is a trick, what this means. And so, in your own situation, if you find yourself in these situations, then you can see, oh, well, maybe the communication thing was all an illusion or a lie. And so you can see through the deception. And so, you'll be more prepared for the trick, or more prepared for the treat. It's all about something. It's about something, and something's about to happen right now. So, I'm going to take these cards. Okay. And I'm going to add them to the pile. Do the reading right now. So I hope I explained that. Alright. I mean, that's all the time you get. Alright, let's do the mystery cards first. Alright. So, the piles are gonna be completely random. Alright. So you don't know, I don't know. But there's two situations. One's a trick, one's a treat. Maybe they're both tricks, maybe they're both treats. But let's do the mystery cards. Alright. And you get to use your charming intuition. Again, your choices are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Star, triangle, heart, circle, rhombus, and square. Those are your options, and I'll put it on the screen for your convenience at the end, so you see the colors better. But right now it's shuffle time. Everybody's shuffling. So. Alright. Let's see which one is which. Alright. I'm gonna turn these around because they're upside down. But that's fine, it doesn't matter. Now. These are your cards. Can you guess already? You gotta wait till the end. Alright, so this will be the special pile over here. This will go right here. You can guess that card. And then we got this card. And now we're gonna put this card over here. Yay. Can you guess it already? I can't. I don't know what they are because I just put them down. Alright, now let's shuffle this one first. Okay. This is the Gilded Royale deck. Gilded Tarot Royale. Alright. Situation. We got one situation over here completely different from this situation over there. That's trick or treat reading. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3. There we go. This is one situation over here. And another situation. Over here. Yeah, I want to turn this deck around. Alright. Let's see. Maybe. Oh no, there's competition. I can't have competition. Alright, what do we got for this one? This one. There we go. Okay. Alright, one situation over here. Is it a trick or is it a treat? Over here, what do we got? Is it a treat? Is it a trick? Let's clarify with these cards. Alright. Happy Halloween! Okay, trick or treat. What do you want? You want a trick or you want a treat? What we got? Let's see. Let's do this. I don't want to put this one over here. I'm not done with this one. Interesting. Well, it's going right there anyway. And that one. Okay, let's go over here. That one. Okay. What else we got? This one. And let's turn this around. Maybe that one. Okay. Here's your piles. Here's your situation. We got this over here. And we got this over there. Alright. Trick or treat. You get to choose. You know, because I'm gonna reveal it just moments after this moment right here, but here you go. What do you feel? Do you feel anything? Do you sense anything? Is this gonna be the trickery? Is this gonna be the trickery? Is this gonna be treatful? Is this gonna be a treat? Let's find out. Alright, let's go with this situation. What we got? We got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And then we got the Four of Swords in reverse. Interesting. And oh, the Pathway card, the Decision. I'm gonna put that in the middle. Okay. So, I mean, this guy's kind of resting, so let's just put him over there. Alright. Well, their heads are kind of like, alright, there we go. This is one situation. You got a pathway, a decision to make. Either the reverse Queen of Pentacles over here, or the reverse Four of Swords. Well, that is quite the situation over there. Okay, let's see what this is over here. What we got? We got the World. Wow. Okay. And we got the Knight of Swords. Oh no. Oh no. And we got the Happy Memory card. The Six of Cups. Oh, golly. Golly. There we go. Here we go. I know what this situation is. Oh. Oh gosh. Okay, so there's a guy. Getting off of the couch, so to speak, and taking action. But which is the trick and which is the treat? Oh no. We got the world of possibilities here. We got the decision, and we got the fallen, distressed Queen of Pentacles right there, and the happy risen memory card right there. Oh golly. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, what else? Clarify. Oh, we got the Tower in reverse. Okay. This is an interesting tower. Okay. It's not... These are Oracle. I'm treating these as Oracle cards. So it's not quite the same. But, yeah, certainly interesting. Alright, the card's supposed to be like that. Alright, so... Because it's thicker on the bottom. Alright, so this is in Rising. Like the Towers are Rising, whatever. Oracle cards. Ooh. That's kind of like the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, that's kind of confirmation right there. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. It goes from there. Okay. Okay. So, well, we got confirmation right here, okay? We got the fallen, Queen of Pentacles, and we got this girl is in falling energy. Also, like, on a throne kind of thing. Kind of like a queen of her own self. This is the adventure, and the adventure, the perspective, the decisions, and everything. And here's these swords over here. Alright, this is... Okay. This card means you gotta rest, right? You gotta recover, rest, and stuff. This one's like, rest time's over. It's time to act, you know? And this... Oh, I just talked about this card in the previous reading. Yeah, okay, so... This... You know, you take the path after... This is the Dark Night of the Soul. And all the pain and everything. You take the path of illumination and inspiration and be the light in the darkness after all this pain that you integrate and return to sender. This, though... This symbolizes someone has taken the path of least resistance. Someone has neglected to integrate all the pain, has not done the shadow work, and so they become an evil person. Or, this is confirmation for ricochet energy to an evil person. So, you can either take the stairs of enlightenment, or, you know, fall down into despair and become apathetic and pathetic. Or, you can, you know, rise up and be a beacon of light and inspiration in the darkness. So, in reverse, you know, this could either be you not addressing the shadow work, not integrating your pain, just pushing your pain aside, or it can be like someone else is choosing the path of apathy. Okay, they're not working on themselves to be a beacon of light in your time of darkness and need. No. And so this could be confirmation of karma. Return to sender then. Now, combined with this, now this isn't a pain card, okay? This is not a pain card. This is like restoration, healing, and you don't need to heal anymore. You've rested. You get a... You know what? This dagger right here is pointed down, and this one's pointed down. It's like, extra daggers to this person. Maybe this is a ricochet energy confirmation, or something sexual. But, yeah, it's, a little awkward. Anyway, golly. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna come back to this one. Alright, this is a perspective challenge, alright? These trick-or-treat readings, it's all about perspective. And so, you know, you gotta... Do you have a choice, you know, between two people, two situations to actually, you know, make that phone call? Yeah, send that text, or you're just gonna be apathetic and cold and heartless. Or, you know, there's this situation over here. This good memories, the world, and actual communication over here. What else we got? Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so this is like the lovers. Alright. The Two of Cups, the lovers, the good communication and everything. But now it's in reverse. And it's right under the happy memory card, so maybe the happy memory was an illusion after all. What else we got? Oh. I hate this card. I hate this card. This is the devil. And how? Okay, the gilded. Let me show you what a devil actually looks like. Okay, I'm gonna... Alright, let me get this deck out. So this is what a woman looks like, if you didn't know. Alright, yeah. Anyway, let me show you what a devil really looks like. Okay, look at these guys. Okay, all right, let me put these cards away. All right. So, look at this. This is like heaven and there we go. Look at this. Like heaven and hell, angels and devils, women and men. This thing. This is an attractive devil, okay? This is actually tempting, all right, alluring. So is this for, like, the angels or whatever. But, look at this. Look at this. Do you want to look at this? No, you don't want to look at this. Oh, gosh. This is, no, this is not the kind of devil. This is like, this is the bad kind of bad, you know? This is the good kind of bad. This isn't. Alright, so, you know, if you got this up here, okay, yeah, this was in reverse, but, if you had this, like, right here, it'd be completely different, you know, but, yeah, you got the devil card in this deck, and it's, oh golly, this reminds me of someone, a DJ who didn't play my songs at a dance club, okay, he's kind of like that. Not like this. Okay, this devil actually knows how to dance. Alright, I mean, be dancing all night long. If you know what I mean. So, this is wonderful. But, this is not this reading. So, let's put these two away for right now. I mean, look at the difference. It's... Okay, you might have been expecting this. Alright. But, yeah, get this. No. Oh. No. And so this is probably why this is in reverse, you know, because you were expecting this wonderful situation here, like in the upright. Oh, so magical. In a way. Look at this! Look at this, the colors! The colors are amazing. Okay, the fireman, the water girl, and then we got the water boy and the fire girl. It's like harmony, and balance, and everything. But it's in reverse for you. But yeah. This exists, just not in this reading. Okay, this is probably the fantasy you wanted. But this is what you get. It's oh god. Oh no. What else we got? What else we got? Oh no. No. Alright. So this is like having a good adventure. A wonderful positive trip if this was amazing. If you had an actual experience, you know. But that didn't happen. This is not a good situation, okay? You saw their true colors, okay? And this is in reverse, okay? This is... Okay. Alright. Okay. I'm bringing these cards out again. Alright. Okay. Alright, so you wanted this guy to be like this, right? Alright. But, you know, he ended up being like this. Then you thought, okay, that's fine. I'll just turn myself around too, and we'll have a nice time, right? But it's just not. This isn't the same guy, okay? It's just he's not capable of this. He's okay. No, okay. This is disappointment. This isn't. This is not lust. This is terrible. This is horrible. Apathetic patheticness. This is just being bad at being bad, you know? It's like... Oh my god. I'm gonna cry here. Come on. This guy. Alright, so you want this guy up, right? I mean, it's, the fallen stars are supposed to be the beacons of light and inspiration and hope and the enlightened rebel kind of thing. You know, the goths and the emos go crazy for these creatures. But, you know, even in reverse, that just means you're being lustful, you're being adventurous, you want to have a good time. It doesn't mean you're evil, okay, especially with this card, I mean. So maybe, you know, player energy, or you're looking for a good time. That's... The High Priestess knows the difference between the lights and the shadows. You know, just because the lights are off doesn't mean you're in an evil place. It's just, it's darkness. It's different. Okay. So, you know, this is like, you know, dancing a different kind of dance on the dance floor, okay? And this is appealing. Okay, this is the fantasy, the wonder, the, these cards flipped around, okay? This is what you wanted. Right here. And you were okay with the situation flipping, to have an experience, but you got this, okay? And it's not just this; it's like this. So I want to explain the difference between these cards. All right, this guy's in complete control of himself. He knows exactly what he's doing. And in reverse, he's still in complete control over himself, and he knows exactly what he's doing. This thing doesn't. This is a monster. This thing. This thing's ugly. This thing's gross. It's... Okay, so this guy might not be loyal, you know, in this mode. You might be entertaining a lot of people, if you know what I mean. But, yeah, in the upright, he is loyal. But, and, you know, on a mission of inspiration and rebelness. And here he's, like, in selfish mode, wanting to have a good night. And so is the High Priestess. You know, she's just more angelic about it. And so, this thing... Oh my gosh. This is embarrassing. This is an embarrassment to evil. I mean, it's just, Alright. I gotta put these cards away because, I just want you to see what you're dancing with, okay? Like, this is you. Okay, this is you. And it's just the guy, alright? But he's also in reverse. So, whatever fantasy you had about, like, any manipulation tactic, about him, like, being a monster, being a greedy or whatever, he's so bad at it that you can't even fantasize about it. This is what this is. Okay, I gotta put these cards away because I like these cards so much, and they're not in this reading. But oh gosh, this is what you're dancing with. Okay, and the thing is, okay, this thing, it doesn't even dance. It's so bad. Like, it couldn't even dance like this, but it's like, gosh. Okay, so, let me tell you a story. Okay, there's a memory. Okay, this guy led you on. He managed to make a good memory, but he never followed through with that, and so the memories were tainted. Everything never panned through. Like, he could have hugged you, but that's it, alright? It's like, that's what this is. Man. Don't dance with this. This thing can't dance. This thing can't dance. Don't do that. Don't dance with that. Okay. So, here we go. These are transportation cards. These are cards of energetic momentum. This is like you're going on a journey. And so, yeah, it's all about connection and wanting to have a nice memory. But you're not. Okay. You're not dancing with this devil. Alright, we all want to dance with the devil. This is not the devil you want to dance with. This devil can't dance. Don't dance with this devil. Don't dance with that. It's so bad at it. Oh, God. Okay. Keep your fantasies. Try to find someone else, okay? Try to find someone else. That's my message for you. Alright, that's your decision to make. Don't deal with this. Oh, golly. Yeah, I'm wondering what this is. Okay, so here's your situation, alright? This guy made some moves on you. He led you on, never followed through, and you fantasized, and he never followed through with that. He made the situation worse. He's really bad at what he's doing. This thing, he's a monster, okay? He's a grumbly, idiotic monster moron thing that's just really bad at doing anything. This is also the distressed card. Distressed card. So when cards are in the upright... Oh god, that's such a terrible example. Let me put that back. Let's go with this one, okay? When cards are in the upright, that means they're balanced. That means they're, besides this card, the High Priestess, she's balanced either way. I mean, it's whatever. This means she's in control of herself, right? In full control of herself. And then this is distressed, like she had a bad day. It doesn't necessarily mean that she's a bad person. It doesn't necessarily mean that she has bad intentions. This is a distressed card. And so she's at a fallen state. This could be misery. This could be miserable. And if someone leads you on and never follows you, they hug you, but they never dance with you, then you're miserable about it, you know? But then you see what they are. And then you're like, you can't dance anyway. It's, so just because she's not, like, in the upright right here, it doesn't mean that she's bad. And sometimes in the upright, this can mean that they're bad. That they're just putting on a show. They're just trying to, like, put on a mask for the world. And so, like, in falling energy, this is like honesty. Like, I'm not having a good day. I'm not okay. I'm having a bad day. And that's what this can be. Or it's a jealous freak who makes everything worse, and this is a hoarding of resources, you know. The double confirmed. And so now you don't have any opportunity because your resources are taken away as well. And there's gossip and lies about you. And that's very painful, but there seems to be a ricochet energy. And this is like escaping your situation with imagination. You know, like tarot towers, they're about destruction and the pain and the karma. But this is a oracle tower where you don't have a foundation. You're flying in the sky, and you're just like all whimsy and everything. So, of course, you're retreated into your mind, and you're ready to get out of your mind and take action, and you're wondering what to do. You're trying to make a decision, wondering who to trust. And so, oh golly. Which is a trick? Which is a treat? Gosh, okay, so sometimes bad situations, like encountering this moron, is a terrible situation to go through, right? But maybe because this guy can't dance, like, it's inspiring you to dance more, to erase your memory, and so you're traveling to the goth clubs, and so you can dance all night long, and actually have good memories. But, gosh, that's not what happened with this character. No, this was a terrible situation that left you stressed and crying, and, you know, when you're crying and you have a long journey, like riding back home, the tears in the eyes and everything, this is a completely different situation if it's like this. It's like, oh, I had such a wonderful time, a wonderful adventure, and you're thinking about it, but now you're thinking about the misery. And so, you know, this could be one of those, like, silver lining kind of situations. Like, this thing didn't work out, so you gotta take action. You gotta move away from this monster, this beast, this terrible creature, this cretin, this moron. You're looking fantastic. You're on top of the world. You've completed the thing. That's also what I wanted to say. Okay, so this is your past, right? It's over here. This is a memory of you two because you're so young. And then you grew older and you started dancing. And you thought, you know, over time that he was a knight in shining armor and ready to go on an adventure. But then you show up and you get this. You turn into a monster. Not just any monster, but like a cretin that's just really bad at being alive. And so it's just like, this was in the upright. This is a monster that knows what they're doing. At least that they're awake. Nice one. This is a moron. Okay, this thing. They cause so much damage unconsciously. They're not even in control of it. Like, you might have thought, like, yeah, I'm gonna pull these cards out again. You might have thought, like, he was a mastermind. You thought the manipulation was at least an adventure. But no, they're just pathetic. They don't know what they're doing. They mess up everything. They mess up everything. They go on social media and say, hey, dress to impress. And so you do. But then they don't. And so it's what you're working with. Don't work with them. Golly. Okay, find this guy over here. This guy. You might have thought this guy was this guy. No. That's what I wanted to say about the time and everything. So, a memory, right? You had good memories. You had bad memories. In the past. And so you show up. You're thinking you're gonna meet this guy, okay? Time has happened, okay? You had to wait a long time. And then, so time changes people, right? So you're thinking, like this intelligent man is riding along, and you're distressed, and you're sad, and you need a friend. And so you travel to him. Over 1,000 miles to get there. But when you get there, you're thinking, maybe it'll turn your frown upside down. But that isn't it. You're this master dancer over here. Here's this cretin. So, that's what happened. Golly. Okay. Can you tell that happened to me? Anyway. So curious about that. So that's one situation. Okay. Now, this is a trick-or-treat reading. Now, silver linings. Something happened that was really bad. For a good reason. To redirect you, so you go down a different path, right? Here's a path card over here. These are separate situations. Okay, so this situation could have inspired this situation. Or this situation could have inspired this situation. They're different, but they both apply to you. Okay? At least they should if you're watching this. So sometimes bad things happen. And they make us master ourselves even more, and they're pathetic. They destroy every relationship they ever had. They never find the happiness because they're so apathetic that they don't feel. They go down, this is the same. This is the same, okay? The people that they touch in their lives, they remove themselves. This is the same guy. They remove themselves from the situation. They deflect. They don't take responsibility. They leave everybody in pain. They disregard everybody in their lives because they don't feel. They're not an emo. They're a moron. And so, there's all this pain. There's all this heartache. There's all this loss. And the ricochet energy. Well, that's a natural function of the universe, so you don't have to worry about that. But, karma's always in play. Karma's always on the table. You know what I mean. Anyway, it's... These are my friends. I don't have many friends, but, okay. So, anyway, there's travel, okay? There's travel, and there's these morons that don't, make up for the things that they've done, and so they mess up every relationship. It's not just your relationship with them, they're really bad at what they're doing. And so, the silver lining. Okay, you show up. You want an adventure. You think it's a treat. They take your hands and they take their hands. Your hands and theirs. And they're like, we'll make this a good night. And it wasn't. It was terrible. It's like a manipulation tactic, and you think they're like this mastermind making all these moves to deceive you, but no. No, they're just really bad at everything. Oh my gosh. It's maybe for a second. Maybe. For a second they had they wanted a good memory. Maybe. But they're just so pathetic. They just can't do that. So out of all the people to meet on the universe that you traveled 1,000 miles to see again. No. No. Don't. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. They deflect. There's no foundation here. It's It's just pain. It's just neglect. It's, you think he's finally taken action, right? No. Hey, you're waiting. There's no... You're making memories by yourself, okay? You're making moves by yourself. You're rejecting this monstrosity. And, you're building something. Well, you want to build something. Of actual love and, like, feelings. Like an emo. You feel things. This is the same. Right here. This is the path of least resistance. This is the path of apathy. You just close yourself off. You don't take responsibility. You don't put in roots anywhere. You're not affected. I'm not saying you. No. Them. This thing. How does this creature exist? Okay, because maybe one time they were hurt. No. Sometimes these monsters just exist because we have an evil god that makes these things, but, anyway, sometimes there's an inciting incident, okay? This is the dagger of pain, right? And so this character has a choice. To take the pain, feel the pain, transmute the pain, and walk the path of inspiration and hope, and become a beacon of light for all of society, and master the ricochet energy. With this, right here, or just pretend your pain doesn't exist. Don't cry. Don't address your feelings. Don't talk on the phone ever. And so then you'll turn into this. Okay, you might have an ego for a while. Like, oh, I'm such a monster. But now you're just really bad at being alive. And so, yeah. That's what I got for you. Okay, here's the path of least resistance, the path of apathy. You don't do the pain thing. And so this is, you're either pushing your pain away, pretending it doesn't exist, and here we go. Okay, this is the rest card, and if it was combined with this would mean, like, you're in pain, you have to rest, you have to integrate. This is the shadow thing and whatever. But this card in reverse doesn't mean that you're walking away. This means that you're putting your pain aside, pretending it doesn't exist. And so, with this, combined with this, it's like you're just pretending you don't have to do your shadow work. You're pretending you don't. And not just you. It could be someone else. Okay, I don't like saying just you, when it's them. It's obviously them. Okay. So, the situation here is someone. Okay, if it's them, they're an apathetic monster. If it's you, you gotta do your shadow work. Okay, you gotta take time to rest. Alright, just because the universe makes us, the universe does all these energetic updates, kind of like a computer. Like when you're trying to play a video game and the computer's busy updating, and then everything glitches out and stuff. Well, it's because it's updating, right? And so that's why you're tired. And so if you just pretend the pain doesn't exist and get up and do things, I mean, you're not healing. It's making more damage. Sometimes you gotta do that just to survive, just to work and everything, but there's no other survival cards here. This is like a choice. You're deciding not to deal with something. Because it's painful, right? You don't want to cry. You don't want to go through it. But you gotta feel it. You gotta sit with it and think about it and, Out of all the people you ever met in your miserable existence and no one touched you for 10 years, and you go to that guy 1,000 miles away and he doesn't touch you. He doesn't even make a phone call. He's a terrible character, he's a monster. But, out of, you hate the universe after that, right? Because out of all the people that exist in all of reality, you met that guy. And no one else. There was no one else to distract you, no one else to think about, just that guy. And so, you know, I understand you don't want to think about it anymore, but, you gotta process the pain, you gotta implement this, or else you're apathetic. And this is the path of apathy. This is where it leads. To this thing. Okay? This. Pull out these cards again. Okay. This is a bad monster. Okay? This is a good monster. You might get this, like, ego thing. You're thinking you're like this, and you're like, rah, 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 but no. Yeah, you look like that. Not you. The person that's not dealing with the pain. They. Okay. So, what this does is that when you meet someone so pathetic, it inspires you to never be like them, and you want to be like this. Okay? It's completely the opposite. Completely the opposite. And so, what I was trying to say before with the past, okay? Like, maybe you were friends before. Maybe you were frenemies before, or whatever. Maybe you had one happy moment, and they ruined it forever. They made you wait. Nothing happened. But anyway. So you're thinking, over time, you know, things change. Right? You're thinking, he'll evolve. You know, this is what happened. This is the past. Here. This is the past. Okay. Here's the future. Or now. This is present. Past, present. So, the past was like this. He was like, all grouchy and grumpy and everything, and he never saw your worth, never saw your value. And so, over time, he went like this. Alright? What this means, what I'm trying to show you, is that over time, sometimes people don't change for the better. Okay, you did. You're amazing. You're at the world's end, you're dancing and everything. But, this guy took the path of least resistance. He took the path of apathy. And so, he devolved. He went down while you were, like, shooting up. So by the time you think, you got these memories, like, you're so grouchy and you just like, well, actually spend time with me. Let's have a conversation. And maybe you hope it'll be like that. Or something. But, yeah, he's just evolving. While you're advancing and evolving. It's, by the time you get here, like, there's a whole card in between it. Like, it's, like, it was like this before, okay? He was a grouchy grump, and you were silent, okay? He silenced you, and then, over time, you learned how to talk. Over time, he was more apathetic, and now you're, like, getting ready to be on stage, and he's just, like, over here trying to buy 15 drinks for the night. Well, he doesn't even give you one of them. But, anyway, you show up 10 years later. I hate this card. But anyway, that's your situation. And so what's here? Here's a choice. Here's a decision. This is the pathway card. Okay, so maybe you're thinking, what if this guy wasn't like this? What if he actually was like this guy in reverse? Maybe this guy, you know? This is like almost being like this. Okay, you might have wanted him to be like this in the future, but right now he's like this. It's a sword card, right? So you thought he was in the beginning stages of his redemption arc to be like this one day, but no. That was the fantasy. So every situation is different. And, you took the opportunity. You made a decision. And, there are multiple people involved. And so they didn't choose you when you chose them. It's a very distressing situation. You could have spent a lot of money to get there, to be there that night, to have all the things, but, as confirmed with this one over here, it wasn't a good adventure. It wasn't a good journey. This is like, oh, I had amazing, wonderful memories. But, no. I hate it. So. Which one is a trick and which one is a treat? Okay, so let me say this. Okay, these are girls in distress. This could be like a jealous thing. This is resources. This is hoarding resources. Maybe a living situation is toxic, like a mother-child kind of thing. And so, they're both on their throne. They're set in their ways. It's like drama, gossip, whatever. They're both in distress. Okay, and there's another one in distress. And so, there's too many girls. Too many characters. Okay, so this is the trick or treat reading. Alright. You got a decision to make. You're on top of your world. Is that a trick? Or is that a treat? You're neglecting your pain. Is that a trick? Or is it a treat? Remember. It doesn't mean that this is a lie and this is the truth. Or this is a lie and this is the truth. No. This situation is either intended by the universe as like a test to trick and deceive you, or the situation is meant to like be a treat, like, oh, you were spared from their further toxicity. You never had the wonderful adventure that you ever wanted with them. No, the universe didn't let that happen. So you could have had an amazing night if you just performed, right? Played your songs, but DJs are supposed to play songs, and you were the best dancer there, and he didn't play the songs. Anyway, after 10 years. So anyway, maybe things didn't work out as a silver lining, as a treat, as like the universe mocking you to save you. You could have had an amazing adventure, but no, the universe didn't want that. The universe pushed you aside, neglected you, and made you cry. And either one of these piles. Okay, so one situation actually happened for your benefit, right? To remove you, to teach you something, to help you out. And another situation was just like evil, wanted to manipulate you and torment you further, and it was all mockery. It was all just an attack. Okay, so there's good and evil in the universe, right? And so one situation happened for your benefit. It was a treat. So like something tragic happened now, so something tragic didn't have to happen later. Okay? For example, if this monster didn't follow you to the hotel that you paid for him to be at, well, now you're not pregnant because he never made a move, right? So that's a good thing. Because now you know what he looks like. Oh, gosh. Okay, so, anyway. You can tell a lot about people by the friends they keep. You don't want this guy as your friend. Okay, you got a show to put on. You got a performance. And so it's like, all these cards are up right here. all these cards are down there. This is like a karma kind of situation. Like, this is him. You know, cheating on people and making life miserable for everybody he touches. Or doesn't touch, you know. And this is you, performing on stage, creating good memories for yourself, and going on an adventure with honesty, because that's the best policy. And so, yeah, this is like your world up here. Oh, amazing. This is their world. Oh, terrible. So this is like a karma situation. This is the silver lining right here. This is the treat. Like, you get to see that they're miserable, that they're messed up. They have no idea what they're doing. They're messing everything up. Everybody is either using them or neglecting them further, making them cry. While you're dancing all by yourself, you got another person. You're making friends in your future, probably. And so this is you, confident and amazing, and going out there making intelligent decisions because you're so amazing. Okay, so that's one situation. Another situation. Again, this is the decision card. This is the imagination card. Okay. So, you got pain that you're dealing with. It's like playing a video game or writing a novel. To distract from all the pain, to redirect the pain. This could be a situation where you're transmuting the pain. Now, this is the transmute card in the upright. That something just happened. It's kind of like the a three of swords, so to speak. There's only one sword here, so it's the one of swords. But this is like the initial pain, and then, but this, like, these are oracle cards, so it's whatever I say there. And so this is the path of least resistance, the path of apathy. Now, this could represent someone else you're dealing with, which, yeah, these are two different situations, same character kind of thing. And so, what do you do with it? What do you do with an apathetic character that has no place in your storyline? Well, you use it as inspiration to create your own stories. And so this could be you're taking those bad memories and using it as fodder, as inspiration for your own your decisions. Yes, you could write the novels, you could play the video games based on this tragedy. And so, you know, right now, these are physical cards, so your product is not out right now because you're currently writing it. It's behind the scenes, you're working on it. This could represent healing, this could represent ricochet energy, but whatever happened in your situation, it made you decide to go one way or another because of this. And this is the imagination card, this is the adaptation card. It's not really adaptive. It's more like a fantasy. You'd rather be in your mind because everything else is just so painful right now. This is like the video game card, which may lead to an income. You know, like video game role plays, making merch, and so maybe they're in reverse because it's still behind the scenes, kind of thing. And so, how would this be a trick or treat? Well, it's a decision, trick or treat. So this is, everything's up in the air. It's unknown. It's a balancing act. You don't want the pain, but if you avoid the pain, then you don't get the reward. Because you gotta go through the pain to be able to adapt to it. If you just pretend the pain doesn't exist, if you just, try to dodge the pain, avoid the pain, then you don't get the same resilience, okay? So, you might have dreamed of being like this, right? Like, this is your, this is what you want. You want all the resources, you want the stability and everything. But right now you're distressed. And so, this is the future of your decision if you neglect your pain. You gotta go through the pain, you gotta cry, you gotta become the beacon of hope, of inspiration. You can't let whatever happened to you distort and taint you and close yourself off. Okay, you gotta be an emo, you gotta be emotional. You gotta deal with the pain, you gotta realize that other people have pain. And so you can be that voice in the darkness on the lonely night for someone. You know, actually pick up that phone at 3 in the morning. Otherwise, there's consequences. And so, yeah, like this guy. This is the rest. This is the inaction card. And this is the, taking action. Like, you're thinking about taking an action, not really taking an action. Over here. This is like taking an action. And this is like taking a bad action. Making a bad decision, going off a cliff. This one. This is a good decision. This is lies and deceit. This is honesty. And so, yeah, this is kind of like almost leading up to that situation. Maybe this happens before this. And so you're, you know, this is all about thinking about an action, right? You're done resting. Even in the rest state, you're thinking about things. When you're not resting, you're thinking about things. This could be daydreams versus night dreams. You know, when you're sleeping and you're thinking, or when you're awake and you're thinking. You know, the fantasies, the actual dreams, the nightmares, the daydreams, the night. You know what I mean? Some people are awake during the night and asleep during the day, but this is like the fantasy, and that's the nightmare. And so, anyway, it's a lot of thinking. It's a lot of thinking about decisions, about where to go. There are consequences to inaction. That's your main thing here. There's a consequence to inaction. People are going to be hurt because of inaction. And that's not going to work out too well if you think, or if someone else thinks that if they just don't do anything, things will work out. No, they will not work out for the one who didn't take the action. You got to take the action. So, it's a complex situation, you know. You know, there's karma in play. Now, this is the decision. This is... You got a decision to make. You got to think about things. I think this is telling you that there are consequences to inaction. There are consequences to action. So, you gotta be wise. You gotta think about the impact you're making on other people. You gotta actually deal with the pain and use the pain to make your decision. To take the path of illumination. Now, you know, this is a trick-or-treat reading. Which is which? Which path is really the trick? Which path is really the treat? It's part of the illusion. And so, this is where the ending cards come in. These cards might be confirmation. Okay. So, these are your options. Alright. And so maybe you guess this card and it makes you think about something in this pile. Maybe you guess this card and it makes you think about something in this pile. It's all up to you. It's really all up to you. It's your choice, your decision. I'll just say though, it's like this is looking very good. But is this an illusion? Is this a fantasy? This is looking complicated. Is this reality, or is this just the fantasy? But trick or treat. Okay. What situation is the trick? What situation is the treat? Only you will know. And again, trickery is like evil things trying to hurt you. Mockery. Devils.
trying to just ruin your day. That's the trick. Okay, and the treat is like, divine redirection, actual good memories, you know, a happy time. But just because you were miserable, maybe that saved your life that night or something. I don't know. So here's, hopefully these cards will give you some clarification. Okay, so, we'll go with this one first, okay? Is it a star? Is it a triangle? Is it a heart? Is it a circle? Is it a rhombus? Is it a square? Is it red? Is it orange? Is it yellow? Is it green? Is it blue? Is it purple? Okay. What could this card be? What is the card? Or this pile, is it a trick? Is it a treat? Is it a star? Is it a triangle? Is it a heart? Is it a circle? Is it a rhombus? Is it a square? Is it red? Is it orange? Is it yellow? Is it green? Is it blue? Is it purple? Let's see. It is the blue rhombus. This is the blue rhombus pile. Oh, wow. Look at this. Maybe you want to turn this card around. Maybe this inspired you to take action, to deal with your pain, to become that beacon of light of inspiration in the darkness. That's what this is, right here. You don't want to take the path of apathy and end up like this, do you? No, you want to be like this. Like a man, like a woman, like a horse, but maybe a falcon, but you know, the star of inspiration. This is what you want. This is a good sign. A fantastic sign that this is an illuminating kind of situation. Okay. What do we have over here? What is this monster? I mean, you got the world in your hands. Let's see what's in this hand. Is this a trick? Is this a treat? Is it a star? Is it a triangle? Is it a heart? Is it a circle? Is it a rhombus? Is it a square? Is it red? Is it orange? Is it yellow? Is it green? Is it blue? Is it purple? What is it? What is it? Is it a trick? Is it a treat? It's a red rhombus! Alright. A red rhombus. Kinda like... can't pick this up. Kinda like this. The world. On top of the world is a red star. Yes, it's not a star, it's a rhombus, but does that mean something? Maybe, maybe not. Alright, so the rest is for you to decide for your situation. This is all I can do. You got the blue rhombus, you got the red rhombus, you got this monster, you got the world, and honesty, and memories, and bad connections, and disappointment. And over here, you got ricochet, you got transmutation, you got making a decision, you got thinking, you got the fantasy, you got the disturbed situation, maybe hoarding resources, lack of resources, bad health. So, what is a trick? What is a treat? Only you can know. And that is, there it is. Trick or treat. There you go. Trick or treat. Happy Halloween. Happy 3113.
But what about Mini Moon? I'm waiting for Mini Moon. Where is Minnie Moon? Minnie Moon? Minnie Moon. Where is Minnie Moon? I'm waiting for Minnie Moon. What about Minnie Moon? I'm waiting for Minnie Moon. I want to see Minnie Moon. Minnie Moon. Minnie Moon. What about Minnie Moon? But what about Minnie Moon? Minnie Moon. I'm waiting for Minnie Moon. Where's Minnie Moon? Be the light of hope in the darkness. Or lest you fall into despair. You know, you should really be the light of hope in the darkness, lest you fall into despair. But what about Minnie Moon? Where's Minnie Moon? I'm waiting for Minnie Moon. Where's Minnie Moon? Where's Minnie Moon? Why isn't Minnie Moon here? You know, you should really be the light of hope in the darkness, lest you fall into despair. There's consequences for that. You know, when Minnie Moon comes here, guess what? I'm gonna dance. Okay, because Minnie Moon came all this way to dance around Earth, and so I want to dance too, because I don't want Minnie Moon to be alone.
Good job. Good job. Fantastic. And magical. Fantastic. Good job. Wonderful. Wow. Awesome. Amazing. Good job. Wonderful. Awesome. Radical. Shiny. Astounding. Remarkable. Inspirational. Deceiving. Enlightening. Wonderful.
But what about Minnie Moon?
Darkening.
I'm waiting for Minnie Moon. Where is Minnie Moon?
Sing for me.
Ha ha ha.